Hey everybody, and welcome to today's edition of Tech Bites. Before we get into today's topic, I just wanted to give you a little update. I don't know how many of you have been following the AI-assisted writing debate that's going on, or the news surrounding the ChatGPT program that I did a Tech Bites on a couple of weeks ago. For those of you who might not be following the news, ChatGPT has now become the fastest growing resource app on in the history of anything, really. It has grown faster than the previous fastest growing app, which was TikTok. It's actually growing faster than anything has ever grown before. And Microsoft has invested billions of dollars into the company that owns ChatGPT. It's a company called OpenAI, and they've invested billions of dollars, and they kind of put Google on their heels for a minute. And just saw yesterday that Google has now announced that they have their own version of something very similar to ChatGPT that they're releasing. And so if you haven't had a chance to check out my Tech Bites on ChatGPT, I suggest you go back and take a look at that. Because it is going to change the way we do some things in education, but not necessarily for the bad. So if you haven't had a chance to watch that one, take a look. For today's Tech Bites, I'm going to kind of go back to sharing a tool with you this week. I know a lot of you use video on a regular basis in your classrooms to provide content to help teach, and I know that a lot of you use YouTube to find those videos. And if you don't know, there are several websites that exist that allow you to provide kind of an ad-free, comment-free YouTube experience for the classroom. So if you haven't had a chance to look at that, I suggest you to just do a quick Google search and you'll find lots of different ways to provide YouTube content in your classrooms without having to actually use YouTube and risk watching ads or the ads that appear on the sidebar, or exposing kids to comments and things like that. So if you do use YouTube on a regular basis, I just definitely encourage you to use one of those tools to provide those videos in a way that is a little bit safer for our kids. But along those lines, what I'd like to share with you today, as some of you may have seen this already, it's not super new, but it is relatively new, is a crowdsourced video platform that comes to us from Matt Miller and Ditch That Textbook, and it is called Teachflix. So let's take a look at Teachflix. So to access Teachflix, just go to teachflix.org and it will take you to the Teachflix website. Now, what I like so much about Teachflix over using YouTube or other commercially created sites is that Teachflix is crowdsourced. So what that means is that the videos that are on Teachflix are videos that were suggested to the creators of the site by teachers. So everything that is on Teachflix has been suggested by teachers and has been reviewed and validated so that it fits the criteria for the site. Now, it does look very similar to Netflix. The Who's Watching, instead of being people in your house who were watching, the Who's Watching buttons are separated by elementary, middle school, and high school. So you can narrow down your parameters, your search parameters, based on grade levels by using one of those Who's Watching videos. But then you can also just browse the content by subject. So there are videos for science, math, you name it. There are a lot of videos that are loaded into Teachflix, but they are continuously being added as you go. All the way at the bottom of Teachflix, and it's kind of hard to see in the video, but there is a link, and I'm going to put the link in the description as well as in an email. There's a link to submit videos or to suggest videos to Teachflix. So if you've got a resource that you love and you don't see it on Teachflix, you can request that it be added to Teachflix so that they're available. You can also tag your students into Teachflix, so you can put something in Google Classroom that directs the students directly to a video within Teachflix and give them access to that video. Now again, these are submitted by teachers, and through the Teachflix site, they're ad-free, they're comment-free, so you don't have to deal with the things that you deal with on YouTube. Another nice thing about Teachflix is that when you sign into Teachflix the first time, there'll be a pop-up window, and again, I'll put this link as well into the description. But they are offering a Teaching with Netflix set of resources, Teaching with Teachflix, not Netflix, Teachflix set of resources that are available to you as well. And so I will add this in to the content, the description as well, so that you have access to this resource. But it gives you some ways to look at using Teachflix. It gives you some templates that you can use to create lessons that incorporate videos directly from Teachflix. And it's a nice, just all combined resource for you as teachers. So if you're currently using video in your classrooms, I definitely suggest taking a look at the resources on Teachflix. If you are not currently using video in your classroom, or you're not using it really to its fullest potential as a teaching tool, I definitely suggest taking a look at the resources provided that give you some templates and things that you can use to create great lessons using this resource. So when you click on the link to the resources that I have included, or if you click on the link in the on the Teachflix site when you go to it the first time, this is what you will see. So you will receive, and you can download this in PDF form or as a Google Slides, just kind of depending on how you want to use it. But you will get this set of templates, and I just want to click on a couple of them just to give you an idea of the kinds of templates you have available. So this one's called a word splash. It simply says watch the video and write down 12 important words, and then after the video, swap your page with a partner, watch the video again and listen for the words that they chose, cross them out as you hear them. Gives the students a way to really kind of connect with the video as they're watching it. This is a simple brain dump. Just write down what you remember from the video. There's a 4-step summary. Watch the video, write down what you learned in 4 steps. There are simple templates and there are more advanced templates. This is a hexagonal thinking template. So watch the video, identify 5 key terms or phrases and write each one down inside a hexagon, and then cut those out with a group, combine them, make connections between the terms, and then summarize in the box below. There's a storyboard for storyboarding the video. So there are a lot of templates here that you can use to help your students interact with the video that they're watching. These can be printed and handed out to kids. These can be put into Google Classroom as an assignment. So there are just, again, ways to connect your students to the video that they're watching in a way that keeps them focused on paying attention to the content. So as always, thank you for watching this episode of Tech Bites. I encourage you to take a look at the resources through the Teachflix website, especially the resources that I have attached. They come from the site in terms of templates and things that you can use in your classroom to create great lessons. And as always, if you would like some assistance, if you would like to talk about incorporating video in a more meaningful way in your classroom, let me know. I'll be happy to help. This next week, I will actually be in Schaumburg on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at the IDEA conference, and I look forward to bringing back to you some information from that conference. I'm also hoping to bring along my camera and maybe do some recording and some content directly from the IDEA conference. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, have a great week, and I will see you guys next week.